We are back at it again with another product review video from one of the main sponsors on this channel, the Tacoma Enthusiast. The company name is Zekzoop, and the products that we will be reviewing today are going to be the seat covers for both the front and back of the 2024 and newer Toyota Tacomas. Because there is actually a lot of different videos out there that show people installing these seat covers for the 2024 Tacoma, I'm not going to include that in this video just to keep this as action-packed as possible with everything that you need to know and how it looks to really make that decision if you want to get these or any other seat covers at all for your 24 Tacoma. So we'll do a little before and after. This Tacoma does have cloth seats, so we'll go ahead and look at how the cloth seats look and how they feel. My impressions is how they've been holding up, wear and tear, that kind of stuff. And then once I install these, we'll kind of show how it looks after, the feel of it, the comfort, if it impacts the heated seats at all, because that's I would say a big concern that I have, so I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out. And just kind of look at the overall, and then we'll go through some final thoughts to see if, you know, I recommend getting these, if it was worth it, how difficult it was to install, and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into a before of what the seats currently look like. So these are the cloth seats that are currently in the Tacoma. Feels nice padding, but you know, they're cloth, so like you can see there's like some dirt right here, and it's just, it'll be real easy to stain. So that's why I was like, well, let me get some seat protectors, some seat covers. And I really wanted the leather interior, but it was just way too expensive for the more expensive premium package. But the seat itself, you know, the foam in it and all that stuff's good, but I just really want that nice leather look to it. And here we have the driver's seat. So these are just the black seats. I know that they come in multiple colors and stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's a comfortable seat other than the fact that it magically moves on its own. I did a video on that, but the seat itself is comfortable, but it's just cloth. At the end of the day, it's cloth seats, and I want something that's a little bit more premium feeling. And these are the back seats. So, you know, again, it's cloth. There's a car seat over here. I'll have to be taking that out for the install. But the seats themselves are comfortable, but, you know, I'm just want a more premium look. I have this seat so far back. Okay, now for the fun part. The after. The seat covers have now been installed, so let's go ahead and take a close look and see how they compare. So we can see off the bat it's a nice leather feel, which is really great. I really like the way it feels. It also fits really nice. It's nice and snug. There's not any like loose area. I do think it looks really nice. The fit's good. As you can see, there's a little bit of the original seat. This could probably get pulled back a little bit further. As you sit in it and as time goes on, it kind of fits a little bit better, because you can kind of see just by pushing on this, there's like a little bit of like slack, but that will kind of fix itself as time goes on. So this is the driver's seat, how it looks. Go ahead and kind of look how it connects down at the bottom. There's straps underneath here, so that's what holds it in place. It's nice leather. We'll move on to the back driver's seat. Now, one thing to note, so I do have the hybrid. These seats are made for the regular Tacoma. I don't know if there's plans to bring a hybrid version of these, but just something to note is, like in the regular model, you have stuff here. So for the hybrid, it doesn't really make sense to have those holes. So that's one thing to note. Is that really going to make a difference? No. I think it's totally fine. I'm still happy with this. So even like every headrest, even this middle one, gets that nice leather feel to it. Like you can kind of see once someone's sitting here, everything kind of lays flat and looks nice and smooth. It just kind of takes a little bit of time to get it all kind of like set in. But the headrest, this is kind of like from the back, what it looks like. Nice fit. I like the stitching. The stitching's actually really good quality. Really good stitching, and you get these pockets in the back. So by putting on these seat covers, you don't lose the pocket space, which is fantastic. So the straps go underneath here, they run underneath the seat, and they connect to the front. So that's how this seat looks back here. So let's go ahead and check it out from the other side. So checking out the other side here, nice tight fit. Another thing to note is in the regular Tacomas, because the battery's under here, these don't lift up the same way. So you do have these two slots. Just something, you know, to note. If you have OCD, that might bother you. But for me, I think it's totally fine. It's great stitching. It actually fits really well. Really good stitching. You got pockets on this seat. But yeah, I mean, it literally just looks like you got the premium package without having to actually pay for the premium package, which is which is fantastic. Again, this is, you know, there's a little bit of air right here. This will kind of straighten out as you have more people sit in the back. But yeah, this is nice. Fits well. Very good quality. And I love how you still have the seats in the back. That's perfect. So we'll move on to the passenger seat. So this is the nice fit here. I just wiped this down a little bit so it's a little bit wet because I installed these when we had a bunch of pollen. So I did get a little bit of pollen on these seats, but I mean, it's a really good fit. It feels really nice. It's comfortable to sit in. As far as like extra padding, it does add a little bit of padding. So it does make the ride just a little bit more comfortable than it was with just the regular cloth seats, which I think is great. Again, you can see it straps in underneath the seat in two spots. But overall, like, I'm really impressed. Like it makes it look like you have a leather interior, which is exactly what I was going for. So yeah, this just looks great. One thing to note is if you have car seats in the back or plan on having car seats in the future, these car seat covers still allow you to get access to these hooks that you need to actually latch in a car seat. So I'll go ahead and throw a car seat in here just to kind of show you how it looks, but I wanted to give you a look of how everything looked before putting in the car seat. But you are still able to access the latches on the car seat, so that's good for those with young families. With those of you with small kids, this is what it looks like with an actual car seat installed. So you can see it's not messing anything up. It's good coverage, and this is where your kids' feet will be if you're rear facing, and it still keeps it nice and protected. So that is good. So if you do have a small family, these car seats still work perfect, and they will do an excellent job of keeping your actual seats clean. So let's go ahead and talk final thoughts. What do I think about Zekzoop's seat covers? Was it an easy install? Is it worth the cost? So as far as the install, these seats are, I would say pretty much any seat cover that's like a really good seat cover like this one, not like the cheap ones that just lay on the top and not actually cover the entire seat to make it look like it's actual leather. They're going to be kind of difficult. For me, it took about 2 hours. There's a lot of strapping and stuff, but any car seat or any car cover is going to have that issue. So do I think it was overly complicated compared to other car seat covers? No, I don't think it was. So I think that it was difficult, but not impossible. So if you're like, I'm not super handy, and for me, it only took a couple hours. So it's pretty much just kind of putting your hand and kind of shoving stuff under the seat and pulling the straps around front. It's just kind of tedious. It doesn't really require any skill or anything like that. So that's the good part. It wasn't super easy to install, but it wasn't difficult. It's manageable. Anyone can do it. It just takes some time to kind of get the hang of it. Once you got it figured out, you're pretty much golden. Now, price wise, there are seat covers that are cheaper and there are ones that are more expensive. For the quality of all the different seat covers that I've looked for, these offer the best bang for the buck. So if you're looking for something that's not going to break the bank, but something that actually looks like real leather, I think this is the perfect solution for it. That's why out of all the different seat covers I looked at, when I saw these, I was like, I want to try them out and see if they're as good as what I thought they would be, and they are. I generally was impressed with the quality of these. They did end up being better than I thought that they were, which is perfect. And the pricing is good. It's fair for what you get. So that's super important. I always want to make sure the value on the products that I review on this page are worth it, that they're not overly priced or that they're not worth the cost. But with this, I think Zekzoop did a good job hitting the head on the nail as far as the pricing and the quality that you get with the pricing. So overall, I'm impressed. I think these, like, I remember growing up, the covers you would have on your car seat, they would barely fit. It would just be a very uncomfortable fit, and they'd slide around. They weren't very secure. But these, I'm really impressed with the quality of these. So I think it's worth it. I'll throw a link in the description. So if you're interested in picking up a set, there's the link for you in the description. Overall, these are some great seat covers. I am truly impressed with what Zekzoop has came up with as far as the quality goes of these. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm impressed with this, and if you're looking at seat covers, these are definitely ones I would put in like the top 5 best seat covers that I've seen out there. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one.